Hello, my dear apprentices. This is your coach, Mr. Magno. This is information about comparing and contrasting expressions. I like to show this to my students because this is if you can see over here, this is a number line. Okay, and the number line, what it does is allows my students to see what are the things that they need to keep in mind or understand or learn. So, for example. If I they need to know that this is less than, as you can see on the symbol on the top, and this is greater than right here. And also you can look at the middle. The middle will be equal to. Okay, so these are the ones, the expression, the symbols to keep in mind and to remember what is their meaning. All right, let's look at examples with fractions, and we're going to look at examples with actually, these are the examples with fractions and numbers. All right, so all of these expressions have a missing number. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how this is, we can solve it in different ways. So for example, this is 1/2. So if you have 1/2 on the left side of the symbol, and remember, always keep in mind, be aware of what the symbol is. In this case, the symbol is less than or equal to. That means both sides can be equal, or the left side has to be always smaller than the right side. So for example, if we're gonna make this sentence true, we could, let me move a couple of things out of the way here. So that's gonna be delete. So for example, you should know that 2/2 equals 1. So 1/2 times 1 equals the same number. So that will still be true. Now, if you increase the numerator, then that will make the number greater than 1. So that still will make the sentence true because the right side must be bigger. So from then on, if you start with 1, which is 1 times 1.5 equals 1/2, you can continue increasing the numerator, and that will still make the sentence true. Because when you multiply the 3/2 times 1/2, it will make it greater than 1/2 on the left side. Okay, that will be with fractions. With whole numbers, this is which it should be a little easier. Again, what this is asking us to do is that we are going to, whatever is on the left has to be less than whatever the expression on the right. Or it can be equal. If you look at the line below it, that means equal. So it can be less than or equal to. In this moment right now, it is true. So 2 is equal to 2. So if we're going to make it true, we can add a 0. 2 plus 0 equals 2, so that equals to the other side, which is the same, which still makes the sentence true. Now, what if you add a 1? Well, a 1 will work as well. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So 3 is great. It's going to be, so 2, the 2 on the left is less than the expression on the right, which is 3. Okay, and remember, you can always do this. I always recommend to do this. If this is 2 on this side, so then your information, if you solve it, it will be a lot easier to see the result accurately. So 2, and the right side will be 3, right? So you can see that right away. That is true. 2 is less than 3. If you had a 2 over here, then 2 is equal to 2, which is still true. So any number after plus and 2 plus any number will make the equation true. So in this case, the equation is 3 based on the information that we have up here. Now, if you look at the next one, which is greater than or equal to, so that is a symbol, greater than or equal to. Okay, now, to make this sentence true, 3/4 must be greater or equal to 1/2. So right now it's true. I don't have to do anything that makes sense. But what if I want to, I'm asked to write a number to make it true? Well, 2/2 will make it true. Remember that, just to review really quickly, remember that when you have a number that is divided by itself equals 1. Okay, so I'm just showing you that to remind you that, for example, in this case right here, where you have the two halves, then that makes the sentence true. What if you increase that 3 on the top? Well, then now I have to check. I have to look to see if I have to do this operation to see if it's true, where 3/4 must be greater than that number on the right hand side. So I will, the sure thing to do to get this correct, you will have to solve it, and that will accurately give you the answer. So if you do this, I'm just copying this information here, so I can solve it and to see if this is true. So 1 times 3 equals 3, and 2 times 2 equals 4. So that will be 3/4. If I leave it like that, so this is true. So um, so the 3/2 will make the sentence true. Why? Because this side equals 3/4, and this side, when you multiply it, equals, just like I showed you right here, equals 3/4. So that still makes the sentence true because it can be equal. If you look at this little line right here on the bottom, that makes it equal. So you can now go beyond 3/2. So it has to be 3/2 or 2/2 the answer. All right, so let's look at equal to. Equal to should be a little simpler. So let's see, what we have here is an expression that must equal the right side. So this is 3/6. And again, we just learned that you can always do 3/3. Wait, I already have a fraction. So that will 3/3. Again, 3/3 equals 1. If you remember that, if you recall again, I'm just going to go 3/3 equals 1. So any number multiplied by 1 will equal the same number. So as you can see, it's going to make the expression true. So 3, this expression is the same as the expression on the right. They're equal. Because this number right here, 3/3, equals 1. Okay, let's look at whole numbers. Whole numbers, this side is 5. It's equal to 5. So let's just do this. This side equals to 5, and that's going to be an equal one. An equal expressions on both sides, they have to be the same. Okay, now let me put the equal sign. Yes, there we go. So what will make this sentence true? Well, if you place a 7 minus 2, that will make it 5. Okay, so 3 plus 2 equals 5, and 7 minus 2 equals 5. So this sentence is true. Okay, all right, always check, always do your math, remember. Okay, one more time, this has to be not equal, which means that this side, the left side of the inequality symbol, has to be different from the right side. Okay, all right, so I'm going to just delete the color for right now, so it looks a little neater and I can do this better. Okay, anyways, let me see, I think I moved something the other way. Okay, so there is 1/2. So if I solve this side, 1 times 3 equals 3. I'm solving the left side. Let me insert my equation tool. So 1 times 3 equals 3 over 2 times 4 equals 8. So that's going to equal 3/8. And we have to check to see if the other one, we have to make it unequal. So 1/2. So we can multiply 1/2 times, oh look, we can use the 1 as well. Okay, there's the times. Okay, so we can multiply it by 5/5. And that will make the sentence true, because the left side, this side, when you multiply it, is going to be 1/2. Okay, so 1/2 is not the same as 3/8. Okay, that will make the sentence true. So can you change the numerator and make it 6/5? Well, in this case, you have to do the math to make sure that that works. So what I would do here, I will multiply 1/2 times times 6/5, right? 6/5. And that has to be different from 3/8. So that will be 6 times 1 equals 6. 2 times 5 equals 10. They both can be divided by 2 because they are even numbers. So I'm going to divide them by 2 to make sure I got this correct. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Okay, 3, and 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Okay, so that is 3/5. So that is in fact not the same. So again, that 6/5 or the 5/5 might work to make it true. So the left side has to be different from the right side. So they're not equal. On the opposite with whole numbers, if you look over here, to make the sentence true, I can place a 2, or I can place a 1. Any number I can place there, because if I do the math for both of them, I know that, for example, 7. What is that number? 11 plus 2 equals 13, and the other side will be 7 times 1 equals 7, and that is true. They're not equal. Okay, my friends, make sure you watch this video if you did not get it. Let me give you some fireworks over here while we get out of the way and finish the lesson. Your coach, Mr. Magno, is signing out. Take care and watch this video as many times as you can so it can help you in your math journey.